Am I, oh my god, am I making a video? I haven't done one of these in ages. Oh my god. Jeez. Hey, what's up, guys? So yeah, I am Hank, and I am making a CBMF video. I haven't done one of these in a little while. I had an idea for a thing that I thought would be fun to share with everybody, so this is going to be what that is. I was thinking about The Crow the other day. I was a big fan of both the original comic by James O'Barr and the 1994 movie, which starred Brandon Lee. I also really like crows. I'm not sure if that's connected or not. Anyway, while feeding some crows, I had this idea that could be added to the mythology of the crow, and I wanted to share it. See, in the original movie, there's a line about how people once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead. But sometimes something so bad happens that a terrible sadness is carried with it, and the soul can't rest. Then sometimes, just sometimes, the crow can bring that soul back to put the wrong things right. That's cool, but I had a different thought. Here's my idea. There's a crow god. It's very old, and it used to be very powerful because primal animal gods can draw their strength from all the fear and respect that we humans have for them. But in this modern age, the crow god doesn't have as much of a hold over the minds of men anymore. But then this guy, Eric, he gets murdered. I like to imagine that maybe Eric had an affinity for crows when he was alive. He used to feed wild crows, and that's the reason the crow god noticed when Eric died. The crow god is very hungry, and it can see that Eric is very angry, so it makes Eric a deal. The crow god will give Eric the power to come back to life and get revenge. But in payment, the crow god gets to claim the bodies and souls of anybody Eric kills. To accomplish this, the kills must be marked, either the body or the location, with the symbol of the crow. This gives us an actual plot-based reason for why Eric is constantly painting crows in fire and blood at the murder scenes, as well as sometimes just carving the image of the crow into the corpses of his victims. See, the crow wants death because it eats the dead, and it knows that Eric just wants to kill. Eric was a good man, but after he and his lover were brutally murdered, Eric just wants to hurt those who hurt them. And the crow can use that to fatten its own belly. And that's where Eric gets his power, and that's what the crow is. I don't know. That's just a little idea I had. I mean, obviously it kind of fucks with the actual mythology of the comic and the movie, and it's a bit of a different spin on it, but it's just something I was kind of thinking that you could do with that if you wanted to play with the idea of the crow. As another little touch, I think it'd be a good idea to make the crow a love story that wasn't based around a classically heterosexual romance. I know this is a heavy topic to talk about, but gay and transsexual couples experience heightened threats of violence due to outmoded and negative cultural stigmas about those lifestyles. So why not have the crow be connected to a couple who were assaulted for being gay in the wrong neighborhood? It's something that happens all too often, and it would be a good use of this pop culture action piece to try to say something positive about love that isn't just strictly referencing heterosexuality. I guess that's just me in my progressive agenda, or whatever the hell you want to say there. Those were just some thoughts I had about something you could do if you wanted to keep telling stories about the crow. Or if you want to retell it or reboot it, as Hollywood seems inevitably drawn to do. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll go over to the Death by Media Man podcast show. That's the podcast show that I'm writing these days. It's full of sort of story pitches like this and weird little shows that I make. Anyways, go check it out. I'll put a link down in the description below. I'm Hank. This has been CBMF. Thanks for watching.